Indeed. Now, we understand that Basic Education has warned all personnel employed to mark the matric examinations who conceal they've tested positive for the coronavirus, that they may face charges of misconduct. Basic Education Minister Angie Motshekga outlined protocols to ensure that the marking of the matric examinations continues uninterrupted, even if any personnel test positive for the coronavirus. Now, marking is expected to begin tomorrow. Let's find out more. We're joined via Skype by Elijah Mhlanga, the spokesperson for the Department of Basic Education. A very good afternoon to you, Elijah. Very happy New Year as well.
Yeah, good afternoon. Thank you so much, and I hope you are well as well.
I am better than I deserve. Thank you very much indeed for taking the opportunity. So marking will take place at 181 marking centers around the country, and more than, 45,000 markers have been appointed to complete the marking of 14 million scripts over an 18-day period. It sounds like a big task, but no doubt that people are up to it. What makes it different this time around is that we're in the middle of a pandemic.
Yeah, that's correct. It means that we've had to do things differently. We've had to focus on safety because it is the main issue right now. Previously, it was no big deal, but this time, we've even had to extend our capacity, increase the number of marking centers, but also increase the number of days over which marking will take place, because we needed to make sure that we adhere to the social distancing principle, but also making sure that people are sanitizing and that they have the duration of the marking period and beyond.
So talk to us about these plans in detail. How do you plan to ensure that every marking center adheres to the COVID-19 protocol so that marking centers are safe spaces for markers?
Yeah, so what we are going to be doing this afternoon, they'll be arriving at the different marking centers. They will be screened to check if they've come into contact with anyone who might have had the virus or if they were exposed to it. And then they will be ushered to their accommodation, those that will be staying over for the duration of the period. And they will be given brief orientation on how things are going to work. It's the first time that marking is taking place under these good conditions.
Right.
So we will tell them that they need to adhere to the social distancing principle, wear their masks all the time, and advise them to stay where they will, so that they don't come into contact with them. So that if anyone had the virus, they don't pass to the next person. But we hope that they are not. We've been communicating with them, stressing the importance of them staying safe, because they are going to be getting together with their colleagues from other provinces and from other places. So it's important that all of them are staying safe, are keeping safe, so that marking is not interrupted, but also we don't want anyone falling sick as a result of...
So what happens, Elijah, if somebody tests positive for COVID-19 in the middle of marking? What's the procedure thereafter?
We have isolation rooms in, but also have within the proximity of the marking centers, we have medical professionals who will be coming to provide assistance. So as they get screened throughout the day, should we pick up any symptoms that one might have, then they will be taken to the isolation center, and then medical professionals will help them, and they should get tested. That will help them with the assistance of the marking professionals, rather. And there will be places where they will be taken to in each province should test positive. So they serve their quarantine period in the test positive.
I just want to get a sense of where the department's head is on the matter of the current numbers that we are seeing. We know that students or learners will be returning to school at the end of the month. What's plan B, Elijah, if we're still in the height of the epidemic in South Africa, pandemic around the world, epidemic in South Africa? What's plan B?
Well, for us, we are on the experience of May, June last year, when we were preparing for opening of schools, when we prepared all our schools, provided them with basic resources that we needed to fight the pandemic, but also had to orientate people about the new regulations, the new safety measures that we've had to put in. where people are screened, no one is allowed to walk into the school without being checked, but also changing the entrance requirements, checking everyone to a particular place where they will get screened, and then we make sure that they're wearing masks. And that helped because it reduced the infection rate. We believe that schooling is safer in school. It's safe because that's where we insisted must adhere to the requirements. You have to wear your mask, touch your hands, sanitize, sanitizing stations. There's monitoring. So we believe that if we open schools and continue where we left off, we should be able to make sure
Elijah,
our learners
that line. Sorry, we have to leave it there. That line is not too great to you, but I guess we get the gist of where you're coming from with regards to the markers as well. So we appreciate your time. Be well.
Thank you.
All right, Elijah Mhlanga, they're the spokesperson for the Department of Basic Education. Police in